months old. Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Spend some quality time with mom and dad who are in Perth, which is
Oh,
yeah. So thank you all for coming, and we rely on the wonderful friendly media friends here to continue to promote the Australia-Philippine relationship, because as you can see, it's a very long-lasting, a long-standing and strong relationship we have together. So I just wanted to say thank you for being part of the festival. Yeah. And this Friendship Day celebration is something that we do every year, and it's wonderful that we can take our celebration to the community. So, during my time here, the first one was actually done in Iloilo, and the second one we actually went to Bilateral and did our celebration there. And my last, save it for the best, last one, we're doing it here in Glorietta in Makati, where my husband and I have called it home for last 3 years of our lives. So it's very special, and I think Australian companies like Anko and many others that have supported us, and you see them around at the stores, they are really committed to the Philippines. This is not just about transactional business for them, it's about being part of the Philippine community and wanting to make sure that they can bring the best of Australia to Filipinos in terms of products, produce, and other services. So it really makes me proud to be able to lead this festival and share parts of Australia with everyday Filipinos that come to Glorietta to do their shopping. So, it's a very meaningful celebration to me and my husband. Absolutely. I think yeah, look, I think, there are lots of room for further increase to our two-way trade and investment. And Australian companies, are very excited about the Philippines. So we are getting more and more inquiries about opportunities in the Philippines, both in terms of trade, but more importantly, also with investment. And so you will be seeing more and more Australian investment coming into the Philippines, and hopefully more and more trade between our two countries. So absolutely, we are seeing real surge in interest and, frankly, intangible outcomes as well.
what sectors are there?
So Australia likes to always focus on areas where we have comparative advantage, where we specialize. And those sectors include things like agri-food, which won't surprise you. We have fantastic produce produced at very, very good prices. Other areas that we are focusing on are green energy, because that's really important for the Philippines, as well as education. You've seen big presence of education representatives during our celebration. Australia has fantastic education system, and what's really exciting is that we are exploring different ways to not only take Filipino students to Australia, but actually form transnational education. And what that means is Australian education providers partnering with your local education providers to design transnational degrees and certificates, where once the students go through that, will qualify in both Australia and the Philippines. How amazing is that? So those attempts are really going very well, those discussions. And other areas that we want to focus on also is mining. Australia has actually developed, we've achieved our prosperity largely thanks to our mining sector as well. And we want to work with the Philippines to help you really explore the mining sector in a way that is environmentally sustainable, in a way where the profits are shared with the communities as well. So mining sector is another area we have a lot of interest in. And finally, digital economy, including cybersecurity. We all know President Marcos has a big ambition to digitalize the whole Philippines and ensure that the Filipinos are all connected online. And through that, Australian companies have a lot that they can offer in terms of services and cybersecurity on digital economy. So those are some of the examples of sectors where we believe Australia has a lot to contribute, and we want to help the Philippines achieve your economic growth objectives.
Are there any incoming missions, investment or trade missions?
There will always be plenty of business missions. We are in fact organizing a mining business mission for in the second half of the year. But just to give you a sense of it, we have actually carried out 4 business missions in just over a year, where we brought Australian business people to the Philippines to show them the amazing opportunities that are available in the Philippines. So we have done one on transnational education. We have done one with C-suite CEOs, C-suite people from 14 Australian companies, and we've done one on technology, and we will actually do one, as I said, soon on mining. We've also done business missions the other way around as well, taking Philippine business people to Australia to see what opportunities are available there and how they might be able to partner with Australian companies in the areas of mining and education. So those business missions will continue.
How big will the next mining delegation be?
That is actually still being developed. So, but I suspect certainly every time we do one of these business missions, we have at least 20 to 30 Australian companies coming to the Philippines as part of the mission.
Are there already specific companies that express interest or confirm that is
Well, yes, I think certainly our Australian colleagues have been floating this idea, a lot of industry bodies, and as I said, there's enormous amount of interest in Australia about the Philippines.
This be the first mining mission in like so many number of years.
Well, interestingly enough, as you know, mining moratorium has only just been lifted. So I can't tell you categorically when the last mining mission was on, but I suspect it was a few years ago. But interestingly enough, as soon as the moratorium was lifted, Australian Embassy has been very active in sweet these relationships. So back in March 2023, I already led a business mission to Western Australia. It was wonderful because I was able to be accompanied by Secretary Solidum from the Department of Science and Technology, as well as Undersecretary Mitch from the DNR, who looks after mining. And we were accompanied by a number of Philippine companies, and we jumped on the inaugural flight from Manila to Perth by PAL. And the flight was actually, the pilot was Stan Nam himself. Yeah. So it was a real special occasion, and they learned a lot about how Australia does mining by companies, but also what the government's regulatory framework is around that. And also we went to Kalgoorlie, which is the home to one of the big open pit mines in Australia. It's called the Super Pit. And through that, the delegates were able to engage with the community, including our Indigenous communities, to learn about how you can work with the mining company to ensure the profits and the activities generated are well shared into the community, and how the community can support it as well. So it was a well worthwhile mission.
So would you say this is like a renewed interest of many countries because of the lifting of the moratorium?
Absolutely, and I'm sure this is worldwide, but Australia has a particular interest in it because we are good at mining. You know, we have track record in showing the Philippines how mining can be done. you know, so that it's sustainable, it's actually responsible, and the profits are shared with the community and with the country involved.
Maybe we'll have one final.
Yeah,
Yes,
Madam Ambassador, last year you mentioned that investors' confidence from Australia in the Philippines is very high.
Yes.
Does the sentiment remain the same?
Absolutely, absolutely. And to actually build on that, what the Australian government has done is to launch Australia's Southeast Asia Economic Strategy to 2040. That was launched in September 2023. And, you know, it's not just a strategy, because what the government is doing is putting money where our mouth is, putting action where our strategy is. So that has led to a lot of fantastic work by not just the Australian government, but Australian businesses as well, to try and explore real opportunities in the Philippines. So we have progressed so much, probably even since last time I spoke to you about that. And what we are seeing are some real tangible results in terms of actual investment by Australian companies into the Philippines, and increased interest as well. So if anything, I would say the interest has actually gone up, not down, since last time I spoke to you.
Thank you so much.